What is going on, college basketball fans? Today we have my Saturday pick'ems for some of the bigger games in college basketball this Saturday. I'm going to take 7 of the games that I'm most looking forward to, give you guys not only my winner predictions, but my score predictions for those games as well, so you can get an idea of how I think these games are going to go, if you plan on betting on them, or you just want to know what my opinions are on how the game's going to go. So if there is a game that I did not predict in this video, maybe it's your favorite team or another game that you just want to know my prediction on, and it's not in this video, comment that game down below and I will reply to your comment with who I think is going to win. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get into the Saturday pick'ems. Alright, one of the matchups that I'm looking forward to most this Saturday is a top 10 matchup between Oklahoma and Kansas. Now, I'm currently watching here on Wednesday night Oklahoma at TCU. Oklahoma's down by 5 right now, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pull this one out or not. But either way, I feel like going into Allen Fieldhouse, it is going to be tough to get it done. Now, TCU, the team that Oklahoma is facing right now, almost got it done last week in Allen Fieldhouse, and Kansas actually just lost to Central Florida in a big time upset. So I think that Kansas is definitely going to bounce back from this. They're going to come in here playing hard. Allen Fieldhouse, they don't lose there very often, and I think that it could be close throughout, but I think Kansas is going to pull away within the last 10 minutes or so of the game. Ended up winning about by 10 or 11 or so. I have them winning by 11, 81-70. Now, I do think Oklahoma is going to be able to score the ball a little bit. As you can tell, I have them scoring 70 points. I think McCollum, Bottega Owe are going to be a very fun matchup for Harris and these Kansas guards, but I think that Hunter Dickinson can have a big game in this one. I think that they're going to try to bounce back and play hard at home after taking that loss to Central Florida, a team that Kansas really should not be losing to, especially with the gauntlet of the Big 12. Central Florida is one of the worser teams in the Big 12. Now, they're not a terrible team. The Big 12 is just that good, where Kansas, they kind of need to get those wins. So they're going to need to get one back here. They're going to need a big win, and I think they get it here, 81-70. All right, next up, game number 2. This one might be the one that I'm most excited for. Now, New Mexico is coming off of 2 recent losses. I think they lost 2 of their last 3 to Colorado State and also UNLV, which that one was a tough loss. Colorado State, you can understand, it was on the road. UNLV was also on the road. But, UNLV, not that great of a team, but they're always sneaky. So I can kind of understand it. I still think this is going to be a close game. San Diego State's been on a hot streak, though. I think it's going to be low scoring, defensive. These guards for New Mexico are very good. You got Dent, you got Mashburn, you got House, the freshman JT Toppin down low. I really like this New Mexico team. It would not surprise me if they were able to pull this off. I mean, look how close I have this score prediction. I have it as a 1-point game, and I could easily see it being flipped to the Lobos winning. They are the home team. I definitely feel like they are going to play their absolute hardest against San Diego State, and it's going to be a great game. I think San Diego State's been hot lately, though, but we have seen, some of the top teams in college basketball, they get hot, and then they'll drop some, especially in conference play and especially on the road. So, like I said, it would not surprise me. I have it being very, very close. I feel like when these two teams play each other, it is always very, very close, especially when New Mexico is the home team. I have San Diego State pulling it out 64-63 in a low-scoring squeaker. I'm a big fan of Jaden Ledee. I think that he should be in talks for National Player of the Year. He's playing at that high of a level right now, and I don't hear people talk about him. San Diego State has a superstar on their team, and they have one of the best defenses in college basketball as well. They are playing awesome, and I have them winning this one here. We got Houston at TCU, another Big 12 matchup, and like I said, I'm watching TCU versus Oklahoma right now, and TCU is actually up by 12 with 8 minutes remaining over Oklahoma. It looks like they are going to pull that one off here at home. They're going to get another ranked team at home. Number 2, Houston, who just lost on the road in Hilton Coliseum to Iowa State, a very tough place to play. And now they're going to have to head to TCU. This is not the AAC anymore in Houston, I feel like is going to realize that and feel that more than anyone this week, as they are not only going to take their first loss of the season this week, but their second loss of the season this week as well, because I have TCU pulling off the upset. Now, I'm not sure who is going to be favored in this game. As I'm recording this on Wednesday night, the lines are not out for these games. So I think it's going to be a close line, but I think TCU is going to pull it off. I have them winning 67-66. Emmanuel Miller has taken a big, giant step up from last year to this year. He is playing very, very good. I'm a big Jameer Nelson Jr. guy. I think that he is definitely going to turn it up more and more throughout the season. TCU has a squad. They actually have a pretty deep team as well. So does Houston. I feel like this is going to be a close game, and I think TCU is going to squeak it out by 1 at home. Houston gets a big wake-up call here as they enter Big 12 play. Number 4, we got some Big East action. Got to have a Big East matchup here in the Pick'ems. And we got St. John's. We got the Creighton Blue Jays. And I have Creighton winning this one here by 7 points. I mean, St. John's, I expected them to be pretty good this year with Rick Pitino and all these transfers coming in. I don't think I expected them to be this good. I think I expected them to be a tournament team, be pretty decent, kind of finish middle of the pack in the Big East Conference, but they have been playing fantastic, especially in conference play. I just think that Creighton in Omaha, tough place to play. Baylor Shireman, I feel like causes some mismatch problems here for St. John's in this one as well. I think that Trey Alexander and Ryan Cockbrenner are 2 amazing elite level defenders in college basketball for Creighton as well. Baylor Shireman, Trey Alexander, Ryan Cockbrenner are all playing at a high level. And I think at home, Creighton needs this win right now, and they are going to get it here at home. But yeah, St. John's playing great. Probably better than I expected them to so far at this point in the season, but I got Creighton winning this one. Up, we got Northwestern at Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is one of the hottest teams in college basketball right now, and I'm not going to lie, if they just beat Ohio State here today, if they can knock off Northwestern here, which I think they will at home, it would not surprise me if they won this game by 15 or even close to 20 points, given the way that Northwestern sometimes plays, but I'm getting higher and higher on with this Wisconsin team, and I think that they have potential to make a deep run in March. Like, they look very solid. The way that they won today against Ohio State, they're actually one of the only teams in the Big Ten that has been playing consistently. I mean, even Purdue just lost, and they lost to Northwestern earlier in the season as well, where Wisconsin is knocking these teams around here in the Big Ten. If they can knock out Northwestern here in this one, I think they're going to skyrocket up my rankings. They are playing fantastic right now. The big matchup right here, AJ Storr versus Boo Buie. I think that might be my matchup of the weekend, like for any game. Very excited to watch that matchup. 2 very good point guards that not a ton of people are talking about all the time across the college basketball community, and I feel like that is going to be a very fun matchup to watch. But I think that Tyler Wall, Stephen Crawl, 2 excellent forwards down low. I think it's the difference. I think that Wisconsin wins this one here by 7. It would not surprise me if they won by more than 10, though. Next up, we got another Big 12 battle, and I think that Baylor they might be able to win this one by quite a bit. I have them winning this one by 12. I think that Cincinnati is a pretty good team. I don't think they're quite on the level of a team like Baylor, though. I think Baylor, they beat a couple of good teams at home already in the Big 12. They just beat BYU, they beat Oklahoma State, and now they get Cincinnati coming in. I feel like Baylor is definitely going to win this game. The question is by how much. I have it about 12. I think they're going to be able to control this game for most of the time and be able to win by a good margin. I think they'll be up about 8 to 15 points throughout the entire game, and I have them winning it here, finishing it by 12. Now, Cincinnati does have Victor Lakin, which is a 7'1" center, very, very solid. And honestly, Scott Drew's teams, have always had trouble with really good centers. I think I could see him having a game if Cincinnati is going to be able to pull it out. I think they're going to need a big game from him. But I think Jacoby Walter and Langston Love, these awesome guards here for Baylor, are going to be too much. I think it's going to be too much scoring, and especially with Baylor's defense at home, I don't think Cincinnati is going to be able to keep up. I got Baylor winning this one. And game number 7, our last game here for the Saturday Pick'ems. Again, if there is a game that I did not predict in this video that you want to know my prediction on, comment that game down below in the comment section. I'll reply with who I think is going to win. So we got Kentucky, we got Texas A&M. Texas A&M been struggling a ton lately, and they were a team, they were preseason, top 15, definitely top 20, and they were looking good throughout the start of the season, but lately they have been very, very cold, and I feel like that has been a trend throughout the past couple of years here with Texas A&M, and they need this win. They need this win. This is definitely my biggest risk for my predictions this weekend. Kentucky 100,000% playing like the better team here in this matchup. It wouldn't surprise me if Kentucky went in to College Station and won this game by 15 points. LSU just went to College Station. LSU is not that great of a team this year. And they won by a good 15 points or so. Like, it would not surprise me whatsoever if Kentucky was able to do that. I love the way that Rob Dillingham is playing. I think DJ Wagner is starting to pick it up as well. Of course, you got Antonio Reeves, who is playing fantastic basketball. He took a big step up this year. You got another veteran, Trey Mitchell. You got some solid players there in Kentucky. I think Henry Coleman is the key in this game. Henry Coleman has to have a big game down low for Texas A&M. Tyrese Radford, of course, has to have a big game. Wade Taylor, they have to have big games. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Both these teams score a lot of points. When it comes to big games, it feels like I have Texas A&M winning 88-87. They need this win bad. They're struggling bad. I feel like Kentucky is due for maybe a letdown game. Texas A&M is at home. They need the fans to show up for this game, and they need their players to show up and play their absolute best, even to squeak this one out by 1 point, because Kentucky is playing great. Texas A&M has been struggling. Like I said, this is definitely my riskiest pick of the week, but upsets are going to happen in college basketball. We just seen the top 3 teams lose in the past couple of days, and yeah, I think Kentucky, they could be due for a letdown game here. Give me the Aggies to knock it off here by 1 point. So that is going to do it for this week's Pick'ems. Let me know if you guys want me to continue doing this every single week. And like I said, comment down any game that's not on here in the comment section. I'll let you know what I think about the game and who I think is going to win. And yeah, guys, subscribe for more college basketball content. We got a ton of stuff coming out here soon. So definitely hit that sub button. Hit that like button if you guys enjoy. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching.